So we've got obviously the existing classes that have been going for some time, which people might just assume it's music, but it's not.
No, it's speech and drama and everything from
Dancing.
Shakespeare. Dancing, yes.
The sword dancing?
Yes. There's all sorts of dancing. There's also an Anything Goes class.
Oh, tell us about that one. This was last year this started, wasn't it, I think, in the last festival?
Yes, and it was a big success. This year, it's an open class. Anybody can enter this. And the theme this year is the 80s. Music or dance or both, and you can use your own backing tracks.
You could bring like a boom box and do a break dance.
Yes.
Oh, you could do, and you could dress up for it, which is welcome, I'm sure. Last year it was ABBA, wasn't it? Was the theme? I seem to remember. So did you have a lot of costume?
We did. There were some serious ones and some very funny ones, but they were all excellent.
And you can literally do anything, as it says, anything goes. That's why it's called that. But you've got all sorts of things. You've got mime classes as well that was started up a few years ago. So, and people do literally just turn up on mime, don't they? I've seen some of the videos.
Yes, they did. There was a particularly good one with some children doing the TT races. They're so clever. People do so well at these things. It just takes a bit of ingenuity, but I wish more people would take the plunge and have a go.
Well, I think there's maybe a bit of a misconception that it is somehow sort of old-fashioned or sort of stuffy in some way, but it's not at all. I mean, as we've just said, some of these classes we're talking about are so much fun, and obviously the schools all still get involved, don't they? There's loads of young people that get involved.
Yes.
Who's the sort of youngest entrant that's ever taken part?
Well, I think the youngest one was a long time ago now. I think it was Ernie Thorne's little daughter, Joanne. She was about 4, I think, but she was very little when she did it.
That's very brave.
Yes, but now the classes start at 6.
Yeah, 6 years old, so you can start at 6 years old. And we mentioned there are some new classes. I mean, I'm looking at the list here. These are fabulous. Just give us a bit of an idea of some of the new classes available this year.
Well, we've got a drag class.
Amazing.
Yes, it's called Dragging It Up. And anyone can enter from school year 9, which is about 14, to 100. You can... So that should be a good one.
So I'm presuming you could either sing live or lip sync, maybe. Or...
Yes, I think it's about a 7-minute programme. Do whatever you like.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, that sounds great fun. And a community choir. This sounds good.
Well, we've had requests. We do have a lot of choirs, and because of course music is a big thing on the island. But we have had requests for mixed choirs with adults and children. So that's what we're having this year, as well as all the others. But if people want something and they ask us, we'll do our best to accommodate them and fit it in.
Yeah. And you've also got something called the presentation class. That's new this year. What's that all about?
Yes, this is so that people can pick a subject, their own subject, and talk about it. And they can use visual aids if they want.
So you have props?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Okay, this sounds fun. And I must ask you as well, stand-up comedy.
The stand-up comedy is on again.
And
yes.
has it been going down well?
Yes, it has. It always goes down well, and we have some very, very funny people. But that's a good night. There's so many good things.
Yeah. A huge variety, and that's the thing. If you think it is just about standing up there, very sort of very staid and just singing a song, it's not at all. There's so much more than that going on. But you're also on the lookout for some people to help, aren't you?
Yes, we need some more stewards.
Mm-hmm.
Stewarding it's running the classes, announcing and helping the adjudicator. It's very easy, and you'll be put with someone to help you. But it's such good fun, and it's an eye-opener. It really is.
How much time would you have to give to be a steward?
As much or as little as you like. You could do 2 or 3 classes in the week, or you could do a class every day. Depends on how much time you've got. There are evening classes, morning and afternoon classes. So any time would be great.
And you get to then witness, of course, some of these fabulous performances that are ongoing, because you could be there while they're happening.
Yes, and you find that sometimes there'll be an absolute gem in the morning, and there'll be no one there in the audience except the mums and dads, and there'll be a real cracking performance which nobody sees. And we do try and put them on at the end of the week on Cleveland Medal Night if they're
really special. Yeah.
But it's such a shame that we don't get bigger audiences during the day. You can this year get a day ticket £5, and you can pop in and out all day and come in and taste what's going on.
Oh, that's so you get a really good flavour of it.
Yes.
Taste what's going on. There you go. You see. And also, of course, so if anyone does want to be a steward, how do they do that? Do they just get in touch with you?
Get in touch. The email address is in the syllabus. Syllabuses are still available in all the outlets where we put them. But if you want to email the secretary at manxguild@gmail.com.
So email the secretary. manxguild@gmail.com is the email address, and just mark it for the secretary.
Well.
Yeah, exactly. And also, of course, you are always asking on a yearly basis. This comes up. People need to return their trophies.
People need to return their trophies. Yes.
I know this is a bit of a bugbear of yours, Anne, because sometimes they don't come back.
Sometimes, well, they do eventually come back when we send the boys round. But it's nearly time to get the Silvo out.
Yeah.
And get polishing. And then if you would return your trophies to Morrison's Photography in Bucks Road. They need to be back by the 31st of March at the latest. So if you haven't had it engraved, now's the time.